In the world of Chinese dramas, few actresses capture the essence of youthful romance quite like Shen Yu. Known for her girl-next-door charm and infectious energy, Shen Yu has starred in hits like A Love So Beautiful and Meteor Garden, where her on-screen pairings often spark endless fan discussions. But what makes her chemistry with co-stars so compelling? It's not just the scripted lines or dramatic plot twists, it's the subtle cues she delivers on set that elevate ordinary scenes into something electric. These micro-expressions, lingering glances, and unspoken gestures are like hidden codes waiting to be deciphered. As we dive into analyzing Shen Yu's on-set chemistry, think about your favorite drama moments with her. Have you ever paused a scene to replay a subtle smile or a hesitant touch? If not, grab a notebook or your remote. Let's make this interactive. I'll point out key cues, share insights from behind-the-scenes footage and fan analyses, and pause for you to reflect or even search for clips yourself. Who knows, you might spot something new that changes how you view her performances. Start with Shen Yu's breakout role in Meteor Garden alongside Dylan Wang. Their characters, Shan Kai and Dao Mingxi, embody the classic enemies-to-lovers trope, but it's the off-script moments that fans rave about. In behind-the-scenes videos, Shen Yu often uses what body language experts call mirroring, subtly copying her co-star's posture or gestures to build rapport. For instance, during intense argument scenes, she'd lean in just as Dylan Wang did, creating an invisible thread of tension. Fans on social media have dissected this, noting how her eyes would soften mid-glare, hinting at underlying affection long before the script called for it. 3. What do you think? Does this mirroring feel natural, or is it a deliberate acting choice? Try watching a clip from episode 10 where they argue in the rain. Pause at the 15-minute mark and observe her eye movements. Does it pull you in more than the dialogue alone? Moving beyond Meteor Garden, Shen Yu's chemistry isn't limited to one partner. Take her collaboration with Lin Yi in 1 Week Friends or the more recent Smile Code. Here, her subtle cues shift to something warmer and more playful. In interviews, Lin Yi himself praised her for being extremely easy to get along with and creating sparks that aren't in the script. 19-1 fan favorite cue is her use of proximity play, getting just close enough to her co-star without touching, building anticipation. In a behind-the-scenes clip from Smile Code, Shen Yu hovers near Lin Yi during a casual chat, her shoulders relaxed but her gaze direct, almost challenging. This creates a bubble of intimacy that translates on-screen as effortless banter. Interactive challenge. Search for that clip on YouTube or X, formerly Twitter, using keywords like Shen Yu Lin Yi behind the scenes. When you find it, count how many times she initiates eye contact. Does it make their friendship feel more romantic to you? Or is it purely platonic? Of course, not all chemistry is smooth sailing. Rumors and analyses sometimes highlight challenges, like with Ken Wu in a recent project where some observers noted a lack of chemistry. But even here, Shen Yu's subtle cues shine through in unexpected ways. In footage from the set, she employs active listening, gestures, nodding slightly or tilting her head, to draw out her co-star, even if the energy feels subdued. This adaptability is a hallmark of her style. She doesn't force fireworks, but lets them emerge organically. Fans have pointed out how this contrasts with her dynamic with Dylan Wang, where unexpected moments like an unexpected kiss led to her walking away in surprise, adding layers of real emotion. 6. Pause and ponder. If you've seen both pairings, which one resonates more with you? Why might subtle cues work better in one dynamic than another? Share your thoughts in a comment or journal them. Decoding this personally can reveal your own biases in what makes chemistry click. Shen Yu's ability to build chemistry extends beyond romantic leads to ensemble casts and even fans. In a recent Instagram reel about One Day in July with Chi, her playful energy is on full display, with subtle winks and shared laughs that make the set feel like a hangout. And in vlogs from Love and Pavilion, she reflects on her co-stars with genuine warmth, describing how their kindness influenced her performance. 25. These off-camera interactions often bleed into on-screen subtlety, like a quick glance of reassurance during emotional scenes. One X post highlights how she really trusts Lin Yi, allowing for boundary-free interactions that enhance authenticity. 27 To interact here. Imagine you're on set. What subtle cue would you use to build trust with a co-star? A smile? A nod? Test it in your next conversation and see if it changes the vibe. Diving deeper into the psychology of these cues, experts in acting and body language suggest that Shen Yu excels at emotional syncing. This involves matching her co-star's energy level, high and bubbly with playful partners like Lin Yi, or intense and brooding with Dylan Wang. In fan edits and analyses, her micro-expressions, like a fleeting blush or averted eyes, add vulnerability that makes characters relatable. 15 But it's not all roses. Incidents like her collapsing on set reveal the toll of maintaining this intensity. 2 Yet she bounces back with cues that show resilience, like a determined smile in post-recovery footage. Question for you. Watch a dramatic scene from Count Your Lucky Stars. Does her syncing make the romance more believable? Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 and explain why. Fans on platforms like X and Reddit often debate her pairings, with some calling her chemistry with Dylan Wang crazy due to those lingering stares. 5 others praise her versatility, noting how she creates surreal chemistry, even in photos. 16 In one thread, users analyze her with Lei, pointing out frozen moments in kiss scenes where anticipation builds through subtle hesitation. 17 This ties into broader discussions on acting, where finding a character's inner life mirrors Shen Yu's approach, thoughtful and layered. 18 Interactive twist. Create your own fan edit or sketch a subtle cue from one of her dramas. What would you emphasize to heighten the chemistry? As we wrap up this decoding session, remember that Shen Yu's subtle cues aren't just techniques. They're windows into her empathetic style. From mirroring in heated arguments to proximity play in lighthearted moments, she turns co-stars into believable partners. But the real magic happens when you engage, rewatch, analyze, debate. What's your top Shen Yu chemistry moment? Did spotting these cues change your view? Head to X or a drama forum and share. You might inspire someone else's deep dive. After all, in the art of on-set chemistry, the audience is the final decoder.